Well, you guys said make a video on Dhruv Rathee, and I actually found a video that sort of talks about the fake outrage or misplaced outrage industry that has developed around the whole Kathua issue. I'm going to tell you why. So, my name is Sham Sharma. This is the Sham Sharma Show. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Sham Sharma Show. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Okay, so I want to just start off by saying that I actually don't have anything personally against Dhruv. That's somebody that I don't know personally, obviously. When I watch some of his earlier videos, it's actually fairly balanced. And, he sort of talks about the problems with politics, problems with different issues. And it seems like he does take, a lot of different issues into account, which I always appreciated. And then over the past, 9 months or a year or so, I've seen sort of the rhetoric go more up and up. It's almost just become a crusade against the BJP, that everything that the BJP does is bad, and then everybody who supports BJP is bad and is an andhbhakt or is a blind follower and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of name calling, of course. So of course I wanted to sort of discuss that. It's okay to have a bias. It's fine to have a bias. There's tons of people out there who have biases. I have my own biases as well. If you have a bias, don't come out and say that you have no biases and you're just completely looking at something objectively, which is what a lot of the media tends to do, which is what I think Mr Rathee tends to do every now and then as well. That's what I have a problem with. So this Kathua example and the video that he did on Kathua is a very good example of sort of this as well. It was just so much manufactured outrage. Maybe he felt that outrage genuinely, but it just felt so misplaced and so dishonest that I really felt like I wanted to talk about it.
जब निर्भया का केस हुआ था तो सारा का सारा देश साथ में खड़ा था, सारे लोग साथ में जस्टिस की डिमांड कर रहे थे। उस टाइम पे किसी ने उंगली उठाकर ये नहीं पूछा कि इसका धर्म क्या है, किसी ने ये नहीं पूछा कि जिन लोगों ने रेप किया, जिन लोगों ने मर्डर किया, उन लोगों का धर्म क्या है, वो कौन सी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से हैं।
Okay, so we never really talked about rape victims' religions in this case and the perpetrators' religions. But here's the thing. The reason we are talking about the perpetrator's religion and the victim's religion in this case is because the charge sheet, the crime branch charge sheet in this case is alleging that this is a broad Hindu conspiracy by the Hindus of Jammu to drive out the Muslims out of Jammu. If the charge sheet in the Delhi Nirbhaya case had said that this was a broad conspiracy by the Muslims to drive out the Hindus of the area or the Hindus to drive out the Muslims of the area, whatever it is, you bet your ass people would be talking about it. This charge sheet already has massive, glaring, gaping holes in it. And I've already done a couple of videos about the problems with the charge sheet that you should check out over here if you really want to know the problems with the charge sheet. Unfortunately, there are many rapes that happen in India every year, and you don't see in every single case the people coming out and talking about the religion of the victims and the perpetrators.
क्या बदकिस्मती हुई है हमारी देश की पिछले कुछ सालों में, एक ऐसी ब्रीड ने जन्म लिया है जिन्हें अंधभक्त कहते हैं, जिन्हें ज़ॉम्बीज कहते हैं, कि आज के टाइम पे दोस्तों कोई भी रेप होता है, कोई भी मर्डर होता है ना, तो ये जो बहुत बड़ा सेक्शन है हमारे देश में इन लोगों का, ये सबसे पहले देखते हैं कि इसका धर्म क्या है, जिस औरत का रेप हुआ है यहाँ पे.
Now again, there has been an attempt to paint this picture that in this past 4 years, things have just changed so drastically. That before 2014, India was this beautiful, socialist, secular paradise and everybody was just happy and everything was just lovely. And that ever since, Adolf Modi came to power, things have just gone to crap. What has really happened is that since social media, since the popularization of social media, there has been a decentralization of the flow of information. Now, before, there was a pretty strong control on the dissemination of information. You generally depend upon certain intellectuals and certain media houses. And the reason I talk about decentralization of information is because, for the past many, many decades, Hindus have been dealing with various forms of demonization. One perfect example of this is the Hindu terror thing, where every time there's a radical Islamic terror attack, they always talk about, the spirit of India and the spirit of Bombay, the spirit of Delhi, and so on and so forth. And that terror has no religion, man. And then you flip the script immediately when there's a Hindu and you say Hindu terror, saffron terror. And Hindu terror is the biggest danger facing Indian society today, which of course is a load of crap. And then he talks about the Unnao issue, that how, action really wasn't taken. At the end of the day, I understand that the Yogi Adityanath government is at at the helm of this whole issue, and a police failing eventually has to come back to Yogi Adityanath as well. I understand that. But again, you have to realize that as soon as this issue was brought to the attention of Yogi Adityanath, the police took swift action and the accused police officers were suspended on the same day. The rape-accused BJP MLA Kuldeep Sengar's brother Atul was arrested on the next day. Within a span of 48 hours, the case was handed over to the CBI and an FIR was launched against Kuldeep Sengar. Kuldeep Sengar has also been arrested. The government has assured full protection and security to the victim and her family. And look, I understand your point over there that, in a lot of cases, in a lot of rape cases, this is not only true for the Unnao case, but in a lot of cases, whether it's in a BJP-ruled government, whether it's in a Congress-ruled government, there is often very slow movement. It's important that you mention that other part as well, that there is generally slow movement, which I'm not defending, which I'm saying is bad, and which I'm saying is something that needs to be looked at.
लेकिन ये दो केसेस इसलिए इतना हाईलाइट किए गए हैं क्योंकि दोस्तों पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है कि एक बहुत बड़े सेक्शन के लोगों ने इन रेपिस्ट और मर्डरर्स को डिफेंड करने के लिए रैली निकाली, प्रोटेस्ट किया। पुलिस ऑफिसर्स इनको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं, कुछ लॉयर्स इनको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं, कुछ गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्टर्स इनको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं और कुछ लोग तिरंगे के पीछे छुप के इन रेपिस्ट और मर्डरर्स को प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं।
Where are you seeing defense of rapists? People are not defending the rapists. There's a difference here. There is a difference between people defending the rapists and people calling for a CBI inquiry. This is what people are doing. People are calling for a CBI inquiry. That is not the same thing as defending the rapists. People are calling for a CBI inquiry because, again, like I said, there are clear gaping holes in the charge sheet that is drawn up by the CB. And we've also seen reports of how the crime branch has been targeting and harassing Hindu families in the Jammu and Kathua area, which is almost forced a bunch of families to leave that area as well. And that is why people are calling for a CBI inquiry. This is not the same thing as defending the rapists, because a CBI inquiry, if you think about it, is going to lead to a better, more efficient, and a more thorough and a faster solving of this case.
मौन मोदी में इतनी भी शर्म नहीं है कि ये जो दो इतने घटिया रेप केसेस हुए हैं इन पे एक स्टेटमेंट तक दे दे.
After this story broke and after this story was picked up, again remember, for 3 months there was no noise, and then the story was picked up after 3 months after the charge sheet was released. Okay, so for 3 months nobody cared about us. So again, of course, a lot of people wanted to wait for a lot of the information to come out, and here's Modi's statement with that as well.
जो घटना इस चर्चा में है वो निश्चित रूप से किसी भी सभ्य समाज के लिए शोभा नहीं देती है, ये शर्मनाक है। हमारे स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों ने जिन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी इस देश के भविष्य के लिए बलिदान कर दी, ये उनके बलिदान का अपमान है। देश के किसी भी राज्य में, किसी भी क्षेत्र में होने वाली ऐसी वारदातें हमारी मानवीय संवेदनाओं को झकझोर देती है।
तीसरी तरफ एक जो ऑफिशियल स्पोक्स पर्सन है बीजेपी की, वो आके यहाँ पे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देती है, मीनाक्षी लेखी जी, और आप प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देखना, इतने एरोगेंटली बात कर रही है मीडिया से, कोई सिंपैथी नहीं दिख रही इनके दिमाग में, इनके दिल में कोई शर्म नहीं दिख रही.
Then he's talking about Meenakshi Lekhi and the arrogance Meenakshi Lekhi showed in the press conference, and the irony here is that if you go watch the videos from the clips that you watched here, and if you go watch the entire video, of course the entire video will be provided in the description below, the arrogance with which he talks about Modi, with which he talks about Yogi Adityanath, with which he talks about people that support the BJP, calling them andhabhakts and things like that, and with Meenakshi Lekhi as well. He talks about all these people with this insane amount of arrogance, and then he accuses Meenakshi Lekhi of arrogance. I mean, am I the only one seeing the irony here? Okay, you guys see it as well? Oh, good. I was just wondering. And then, of course, he talks about how some BJP leaders have been saying that this happens with girls across the country all the time, and what's the big deal? And if that is true, and if that is the case, and if that is a statement that a BJP leader is making, that is a very condemnable statement. I'm not going to offer any defense of it.
इस वीडियो को बनाने के पीछे मेरा एक ही मकसद है कि सारे लोग फिर से साथ में जुड़ सकें.
And this is just fantastic because he says that I've made this video to bring everybody together. And again, the irony is just
nice.
And the reason the irony is just incredible is because he spends most of the video bashing a huge percentage of the population, because he's bashing people that support the BJP. He's bashing an entire political party, calling those people that support the BJP and the BJP the worst kind of people. And then he's saying, I just want to bring everybody closer together. He has been using the hashtag Balatkari Janata Party, and he's been sharing pictures like this online on his Facebook page. Now just imagine the dishonesty here. If there was a radical terror attack and if I shared a placard saying that please no Muslims come to my area because I don't want to die and I don't want my neighbors and my friends and family to die. Can you imagine the outrage? And rightly so, because that is a horrible and incredibly dishonest thing to say. And because of this Kathua incident, because a couple of BJP leaders were asking for a CBI inquiry, they weren't even complicit in the rape. They were just asking for a CBI inquiry. That makes them balatkari, and that makes the entire party a rapist party. Look at the level of hatred here. And then you come out and say that all you want to do is unite people. Come on, man. Who the hell are you trying to fool? Look, again, like I said, I have no personal issues with the guy, okay? I just found this video and some of his more recent videos just reeking of dishonesty. Said things that I agree with as well. I've enjoyed some of the videos that he's put out as well. But again, this video I just thought was very dishonest. So again, that's kind of what I wanted to say about this video. Please check out the original video in the description below as well. Let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about Mr. Rathee in the comment section below as well. I'd love to hear your opinions. Okay, again, guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to leave a like, give a thumbs up to the show. Helps me out, helps the channel out. You can subscribe to the show's channel down below over there. And you can subscribe to the show's channel over here as well. I will see you for the next episode. And until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.